There was a time when I went 6 months on nofap. I was being called to really save my sexual energy at the time. I was feeling called to really discipline myself in that area. This was a time when I was heavily addicted to porn. I don't know what you would consider heavily, but I would watch it at least once a day. This was part of my ritual. This was part of my routines every day. And I could feel it just draining my energy, draining my sexual energy, my life force energy. So I started practicing saving this energy, semen retention, and I felt a lot of benefits from doing so. The first benefits that I was just feeling an invigoration of energy. I was feeling a lot more motivated. I was feeling a lot more creative because I was saving this essentially creative energy within myself to really start spending that energy in different places instead of always just letting that energy out every day, every night. And this was a 6-month long journey that I embarked on, learning about myself, learning about this energy and how I can cultivate it, how I can use it in other areas of my life. And this was around the beginning stages of my Kundalini awakening. And this saving of my sexual energy actually amplified this awakening process that I was already going through. This energetic process. I started experiencing things in my body that I never experienced before in my life. I started experiencing these heart expansions when this energy started rising up my spine into my heart. It felt like there was orgasms literally happening within my heart. And I felt a love and bliss that I never experienced before. It felt like a drug. It felt like I was on ecstasy. And this is something I still experience, just not on that level. I was experiencing this almost all day, every day. I was in this state of bliss, this state of spiritual bliss. And this energy was running up and down my spine. And this was because I was saving that energy so that I can clear through my own blockages within myself. But this is kind of the more spiritual side of it. There's also, other aspects of saving your sexual energy. You're able to really start spending this energy, this creative life force energy. This energy is the energy that creates life. It's the seed. Thinking about how you can plant this seed in your life when you are channeling this energy, when you are saving it and cultivating it. How can you start planting this energy in other areas in your life? And I remember initially just feeling a lot more confident within myself, walking around with this energy, feeling charged, feeling a lot more energetic in life. So this is a powerful practice that you can do. You don't have to go 6 months, but you can if you want. You can even go longer, 1 year, 2 years. That's very disciplined. You can try a month, you can try a couple weeks if you haven't done that already, but working on channeling this energy, saving this energy. This is something that I'm cultivating more in my life right now. I'm working on saving that energy, bringing it up into my crown chakra, because when you raise this energy, when this energy is sitting at the lower centers, it feels purely sexual. But when you raise it into the heart, it feels like pure love and bliss. When you raise it into the crown, it feels like spiritual nirvana. It becomes a new form, but in its pure form, it is essentially life force energy. It's just where we are channeling it from. What part of our energy are we channeling it from it? What are our intentions with this energy? So just practicing saving it for a while, doing some meditation, doing some breath work, raising it up the spine, breathing, visualizing it up, that cerebral spine fluid up your spine, activating your pineal gland, activating the crystals within your pineal gland. This is super powerful energy to activate your supernatural abilities, your psychic abilities, your ESP, your extrasensory perception. This raises up the spine and it transforms the melatonin within your pineal gland into DMT, into dimethyltryptamine. So then you start connecting with your inner vision more. You start connecting with your clairvoyance. This is something that has the potential to transform your life. You know, these small things that we can do, these small changes in our life are what lead to transformation. And especially for men, this is powerful because as men, we can be easily driven by our sexual desires. That can become the driving force in our life. So instead of being controlled by this energy, we can learn to channel it, we can learn to hone it and use it to enhance our experience, to enhance our creativity, to enhance our relationships, to enhance our self-love and our love that we share with the world. And on the other side of this, you know, saving this energy, we got to make sure that we're also not suppressing our sexual energy. We're not suppressing our desires. Still express it, learning to channel it in different ways, or just learning to be more in moderation when we are releasing. Because this society, you know, has us addicted to porn at such a young age. I started watching porn probably when I was 11 or 12. Then I started getting more addicted to that dopamine that I would experience when I would watch it. And I got so used to me embracing my sexual energy while looking at a screen, while watching people have sex on a screen, which isn't very healthy for the mind. And there's been studies out there that show that it causes brain damage, that it causes a lot of issues with how we connect with our sexuality and how we connect with this part of life, this aspect of life. Okay, so one thing you can do, start saving your energy for a week, start saving it for a couple weeks, a month, and start really tuning into your heart. Start getting out of your mind and into your heart center and see how it feels, see how it can really change your life and change your perspective and how you feel during the day. Because when you activate that heart center, it's an extremely powerful, energetic center that amplifies your energetic field. So it essentially amplifies the effect you can have on your reality. So the more you channel this energy into your heart, the more you can actually amplify your manifestations, the more you can amplify the ripples you are creating in the collective, in your life, the changes that you're making, the more energy you can put into these changes. And instead of being addicted to this instant gratification that you sometimes get when you are releasing every day, you start connecting with your inner discipline and building that energy, becoming a master builder, building on things in your life. But like I said, you know, practice moderation, practice balance within yourself. And this is something that I am cultivating more and more in my life, and I see the benefits, I feel the benefits. I know how I felt when I went 6 months channeling this energy, the expansions I felt in my life, the expansions I felt within myself. Alright, so that's just what I wanted to share today. A little bit of my story, a little bit of how this practice benefited me, and you know, the spiritual benefits that I received from doing so. Alright, so hope you enjoyed this message. Subscribe to my channel Soul Expansion if you want to hear more messages from me in the future. Hit that bell button too. Alright, peace, much love. And also, if you're going through a spiritual awakening, check out this video right here.